we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Walker and Smart the guards. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. Now here's Tice. Outside, Walker. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown, Jordan with the rebound. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Smart goes in. The kick out to Walker. The Celtics get it back in a new 14. And Tice gets it to go.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against Golden State.
Boy, the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
Chalk up 2 there.
When we are talking about Jason Tatum, we're talking about a 6'11" wingspan. This is why he's so effective coming up with second chance points.
Here's Jordan. Pass to Harden. Beyond the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Tice kicks to Tatum. Over Jordan. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
This is one of Tatum's main strengths. He is a polished shooter who likes working in the mid-range.
Outside, KD. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Harden. Jordan inside, defended by Tice.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Brown wide open, he fired. And it's off from 3-point range. Smart against Harden. There's the pass to Jordan. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You can see why DeAndre Jordan, for his career, over 65% field goal shooting. So close, so easy.
Now here's Tatum. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here is Harden. Here's Griffin. Misses the wing J.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Walker. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Irving dishes to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. The 3. Walker with the rebound.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Outside Durant. Shoots from 14. Here's Jordan. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Jordan's got his second bucket.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination, so impressive.
Now here's Tatum. Here's Tice. Walker surveying the floor. Walker missing again.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Irving with the bounce pass from deep. Harden. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tice has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers? These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Now here's Harden. Marcus Smart missing that last shot. Irving drives in. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. It's all knotted up.
The handles, the burst, almost impossible to stay in front of Kyrie on the drive.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league. Let's take a look now at some stats for James Harden. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And you love his anticipation, all those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
There's a sneakiness, a craftiness. You think he's not watching, and suddenly he's taking the ball in the other direction.
Outside Durant. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Kevin Durant is now able, because of increased strength and physical ability, able to absorb contact and play through it.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Irving drives in. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Walker against Irving. Here's Tatum. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
Here's Walker. James Harden picking up that last basket. Walker the pass to Tice. Tatum kicks to Brown. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, to me, that's excellent timing from Jaylen Brown. He shoots with confidence, knowing his teammates trust him.
Harden outside. Walker with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And he comes up with the deuce. And the Nets lead by 3.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And Tice gets it to go.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Durant. Left side, Irving. Here's Jordan. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jordan's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk to Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Tonight's game will be the 4th meeting of the season against the Celtics, and they're looking to take the season series 3-1 with a win. Coach knows that won't be easy, saying, the way Brad Stevens coaches his team, they just get better and better throughout the year. We'll be facing a much better team tonight than the team we got wins off of earlier in the season. We just have to show that we've improved as well. We'll see who's ready for their close-up tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
And the Celtics last season mourning the passing of the great John Havlicek.
You know, Greg, he spent his entire career with the Celtics. He won 8 titles along the way. He was known as one of the great competitors and a class individual. His legacy undoubtedly will live on.
Here's Walker following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Irving against Smart. Irving looking for an opening. Here's Griffin. Jordan trying to free himself up, and Griffin scores. The assist by Irving. Now it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead. The Celtics shooting 40% here in the early stages. Pass to Tatum. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Harden, and he banks in the layup. Harden's got 7 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Thompson, he's checked in for Daniel Tice.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers now for Walker. Great showing for him last season. 10th in scoring. And he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. The 3 from Tatum. And Irving pulls it down.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
He dishes it to Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Up top, Walker. He's covered by Irving. Back to Walker to halt the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And you always know what you're going to get from Walker from the line. He's been a solid, consistent free throw shooter his entire career.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Smart against Harden. Good work defensively by Smart. Tatum against Griffin, and out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. James Harden, #1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Pass to Irving, fires the three. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists tonight. Celtics trail by 10. 1:02 left to play here in the first. Brown feeling it out a bit. Thompson up and in on the layup.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open, so he can spot the open man.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 9. The Nets working the ball around now. Lobs it up for Jordan. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Tatum. Cranes the jumper to finish the break. Tatum's got 6.
We know we're talking about a skilled scorer in these open floor situations. Jason Tatum knows where to be.
Irving dishes to Harden. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now Walker from deep, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, we could play big, we could play small, we can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like who we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the court for the Celtics, Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Then there's Teague, then there's Tristan Thompson, and it's Wanamaker in at the 2 spot.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard. Jeff Teague unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Irving finds Dinwiddie. The 15-footer. Thompson with the rebound. And Teague's got the ball here for Boston. Trailing here by 8. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Net shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. A nice shot by KD.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Teague with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Tatum. Lets it go with a three. That one's in. Only his fourth make against 9 total shots.
This guy, a sensational shooter. It doesn't take a lot of separation for Jason Tatum to put it in the basket.
Well, guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
But rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, "I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again." And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And that one falls for Tatum. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things differently.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has on his three-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great examples. And Boston has possession following the bucket by the Nets. Brown inside. Harris is there. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And you look at Jaylen Brown, the 3rd pick back in 2016. Doris, tantalizing strength and athleticism.
Well, the absolute definition of a perfect basketball body. Excellent first step. For him, it's all about aggressiveness, bringing those tools to bear in terms of your basketball skill.
Free throw good from Brown.
And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
And Brown drops them both.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
And here is Teague. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kyrie.
So hard on his mechanics, and that's paid dividends in terms of his confidence, guys.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Brown. And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical Quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization, and the Nets were on point throughout the process.
And Brown drops them both.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock so far here in the second quarter.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 23 points his last outing, and that one drops. KD's got 14.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Teague, the pass to Tatum. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Wanamaker, drains the three-pointer.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Irving against Teague. Here's Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie going to that floater game. It's second nature at this point.
Now here's Thompson. And there's the pass to Teague. And it's good from the elbow. Teague's got his first bucket of the night. The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Irving against Teague. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Dinwiddie. Shot clock reset for the Nets. And the whistle blows as the basket counts in a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Well, Doris, you knew that his free agency would be one of the biggest stories of the summer. Everyone tried their best to land Kevin Durant.
And even considering the injury, anyone would be willing and able to take Kevin Durant on their roster. Why? Because when he's healthy, you become an immediate contender.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And that one misses. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2, and Wanamaker gets it to go.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Teague against Irving. Outside Durant takes the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown outside. He's looking for Williams and finds him. So they take the lead.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Outside Durant. Over Williams. And again, it's the Nets missing. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Teague against Irving. Floats one. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Celtics with the lead. Tipped away. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Here's Wanamaker. Dinwiddie covering. Thompson passes to Wanamaker. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Wanamaker misses. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Brown outside. Thompson outside. Kicks it to Brown. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. The baseline J. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Teague. Over in the corner, Brown. Over Harris. Boston. No good that time either. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to Golden State. Passes it to Claxton. Hangs, and Durant lays it in. KD's got 20 points.
I'll tell you, he's in a rhythm and playing with purpose. Great first quarter, even better in the second.
Thompson finds Williams. Outside Teague. To the inside. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside, KD. And the layup falls. He's got 22.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
For Boston, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant. Oh!
What a defensive effort from Spencer Dinwiddie. The wingspan and the hustle create these steals.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Brown. Over Durant. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to drop it in. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And Griffin, here we go. Excellent D there from Williams.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Now here's Teague. Following the miss by Griffin. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. KD passes to Claxton. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Claxton's got his first points of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
KD against Brown. Here's Wanamaker. Off target from outside. Nets leading by 3. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 11 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Dinwiddie against Teague. Thompson outside. Brown outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Griffin's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the second period. Only 1 triple for him tonight.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Wanamaker. Launches it. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, here's Teague. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Griffin's shot is off. Here's Brown. Dishes to Teague. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here is Harden. Over Smart.
Well, Marcus Smart matching his man every step of the way. This is just another example of remarkable defense from a guy who's known for it.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring in the buckets. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensation. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, big output from Kevin Durant. The length and skill creates so many mismatches that he can take advantage of, and that's at both ends.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. When you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant. Then there's Griffin, and it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Walker with it, guarded now by Irving. And the shot goes down. And it's 13 points for Walker. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. They've led by as much as 10. Irving finds Harden. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Smart passes to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. They double-team Walker. Back to Tatum. Basket good. Tatum's got 13.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Pass to Harden. Good work defensively by Smart. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Tatum. The rebound by Harden.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Irving against Walker. Lobs it up for Jordan. That one misses.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And there's the feed to Smart. Count it.
Well, you know Marcus Smart understands how to use his body inside, and I just love how he goes right up with the shot.
Irving against Walker. The pass to Griffin. The dish to Harden. The shot. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Now, here's Tice. Started by Jordan. Shots good by Walker.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Now Harden. He's got 15. Irving with it. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Well, sometimes it's about shot selection. Kyrie Irving finds the weakness in the defense consistently.
Here's Walker. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Good. Now it's a 5-point Nets lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. They double-team Walker. Shot clock at 5. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, if he gets near the cup, Jason Tatum will leave no doubt. Woohoo!
Harden lets up. And Harden with the stuff.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Now, here's Tatum. 15 points in the game.
One thing Jason Tatum has showed us is he can make contested shots in the NBA. Think about that guy, so young, yet so unshakable.
Harden against Smart. Shoots the 3. It's a hand on it, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 10.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Walker finds Tatum. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Durant. Here's Griffin. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Passes it to Harden. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. James Harden is second.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Irving against Walker. And here is Jordan. 10 points for him. Harden draws the double. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And Tice gets it to go.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Harris. Shoots it up. No good there. Now Boston takes it the other way. Tatum kicks to Smart. And the layup's good off the glass. And now just a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Well, Kevin, how about Marcus Smart displaying an ability to get through and around traffic? Exceptional control.
Pass to Harden. Harden draws the double. Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Walker the pass to Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Green. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Now here's Harden. 20 points for him. Now the pass to Griffin. He kicks it to Irving. Irving double team. Stolen by Thompson. And stolen by Jordan. One-on-one here. Harris inside the line. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, nice job by Joe Harris to sprint the floor and finish. That is beautiful.
Here's Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
First one falls for him. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Kemba Walker hits them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Harden dishes to Harris. Passes to Jordan. Dinwiddie attacking. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
The first one falls. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, and now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Here is Harden. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket inside. And the dunk by Jordan.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now here's Walker. 21 points in the game.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Walker against Dinwiddie. Pass to Harris. Jordan with it. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Jordan's got 14 points.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Now, here's Tice. He's got 8. Back to Green. And he uses the glass on the layup. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half. And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
Now, here's Walker. 23 points in the game. Unloads from 9. Here's Thompson. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, that's a prime example of why Tristan Thompson is considered one of the best offensive rebounders in the game right now.
Harden outside. Pulls up. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Dinwiddie with it. Now Green defending. Harden inside the three-point line. That one rolling around and rims out. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. It's a three-point game, and he makes that one. Walker's got 16 points here in the second half.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Left side, Griffin. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 3.
Wow, how about the reach of DeAndre Jordan? That looked darn near impossible.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. There's 14 seconds left in the third.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Nets lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Right now, right here. Stop, score, stop. One time. Stop, score, stop.
Well, he's clearly keeping it simple there with that message.
I mean, great communicating with his guys, especially when things get tight.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Teague. Williams is out there with Tatum. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Harden scanning the floor, kept alive.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Teague against Harden. Teague kicks to Williams. Pass to Tatum. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Teague for 3. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 3. In the corner, Harden over Teague. Jordan controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now, Kev, we're talking about a guy with great size and length and athleticism. DeAndre Jordan just keeps pressure on the defense.
Durant against Tatum. Durant with some nice D. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Harden fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket. And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw good from Harden.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
The shot's good from Griffin.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Celtics trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Back to Walker. Looking to end the run. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. KD looking around. And the pass to Griffin. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul. Smart's checked in for the Celtics. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Kemba Walker.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
Walker against Dinwiddie. Outside, KD. Rebound, Boston. Walker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Brown missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Dinwiddie passes to KD. He dishes it to Griffin. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
2.
That free throw missing.
Injuries have taken a toll on Griffin as he's gotten older, but shouldn't take away from what he's done over the course of his career.
And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. They trail by 7. Brown outside. Off target from 3-point range.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Here's Irving. The teardrop falls in. And the Nets lead by 9.
Boy, how frustrating it must be when you manage to slow up Irving only to have him drop the floater.
They double team Walker. Here's Smart. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And guys, I like what they're doing here in the second half. Getting a lot of production in the paint and still trailing, but starting to show some grit down low.
One shot.
And that one falls for Smart.
What I love about Marcus Smart is every single trip up the floor, this guy is going to be in your grill, and it cannot be a pleasant experience to have this man guarding you.
Timeout called the Nets. And that defensive pressure of Smart will wear you down, Doors, over the course of a game.
Kevin, it takes its toll because his combination of athleticism, strength, and motor makes him an absolute monster on the defensive end.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
All right, David, thanks.
Guys, this guy is a natural-born scorer. Jason Tatum finding his groove.
And then Durant with the jam.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
And Williams with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Back to Jordan. KD on the wing. No good that time. Good work defensively by Smart. Over to the wing. Walker with a clean look. Off target with his three.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Griffin.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he makes the first.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Blake Griffin hits them both. Now here's Walker. Feeds to Tatum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Nets leading by 6. Here is Harden. Outside Griffin. KD on the wing. He's covered by Brown. They double team KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, the strength of DeAndre Jordan on full display, able to muscle right through that contact for a potential and one. Well, DeAndre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
The feed now to KD. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. KD's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets. Here's Walker. Smart on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. Smart's got 6 here in this quarter.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Walker against Irving. Right side Tatum. Back to Walker. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
One shot.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as many as 11 points. Stolen by Smart. Walker against Irving. And it's sent back by KD.
But Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
Off the inbound. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Smart.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harden draws the double. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Harden. Harden's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Irving against Walker. Now here's Brown. He's covered closely. Smart kicks to Brown. Here's Walker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Walker nails both of them. Nets leading by 3. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Griffin. It's good.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
One shot. One shot.
That's good from Blake Griffin. Now Walker. Pass to Tatum. Tice with the ball. Wants to get it to Smart and does. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Irving against Walker. Irving kicks to Griffin. To the paint. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 17 now, just in the second half.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Walker. Stolen by Walker. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Put that bucket in no time at all. And now just a 2-point Nets lead. Walker against Irving. Durant for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Durant's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
There's Walker with the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Irving. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 7th assist in the game. Walker against Irving. Walker the pass to Smart. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 7. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Outside Jordan. Kicks it to KD. 4 on the shot clock. Irving with a clean look. Here's Harden. And he banks in the layup. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
And this is something this guy takes pride in. Capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
They double team Walker. Smart against Harden. Fader on the way. And too long on the shot. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Outside Durant. Shoots over Brown. No good from Durant. So it's the Celtics now. 9-point game. Brown, good.
I tell you, what an improvement for Jaylen Brown on the offensive end, both in recognition and execution. Hit that pull-up jumper, sir.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Durant. And the 3 off target. Walker against Irving. And Walker kicks to Tatum. James Harden with the rebound. And here's Irving. So it's the Nets picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.